What's going on, guys? Today is June 12th, and it's my birthday. I am 40 years old today, and I can't believe that. That is just such a crazy thought. And I just can't help but think about the losses that we've had over this year, man. Of course, recently with Benny, but I mean, it really started with Ed Piskor from Cartoonist Kayfabe. He's a creator. He did X-Men Grand Design for Marvel. He did Hip Hop Family Tree, Red Room. And that was really the first big blow because they had such a popular channel, Ed Piskor along with Jim Rugg, two creators who would review comics and Wizard magazines, and they were in the industry, so they had creators come on like Kevin Eastman, and a huge, wildly popular channel. I think they were just at 100,000 subscribers. And unfortunately, he took his own life. There was a little bit of a scandal that popped up, and people that he once considered friends and peers, they tried to cancel him. And man, I really just wish that he would have fought back on that. He pleaded his innocence, and I really wish he would have, I don't know, apologized, anything but what he did. But that's not really the point of this. Ed Piskor, he knew who I was because I reviewed his X-Men Grand Design Omnibus. And apparently you guys reached out to him and sent him emails to let him know, hey, Gem did a video on your book. And he responded to me on Instagram, and we had like a little back and forth, which was pretty cool. The funny thing about Ed Piskor is when I was at, I want to say Emerald City Comic Con, I was there with Comic Tom, and Comic Tom was like, yo, Gem, I just met Ed Piskor, and he kind of snubbed me. And I was like, what? What do you mean? He's like, I don't know, I don't think he likes me. And I was like, nah, man, I want to meet Ed Piskor. I know he knows who I am. He must have seen my video, and, we're similar in age. We're into hip-hop. Like, I figured we would connect. So I go up to Ed Piskor at his booth, and I'm like, yo, what's up? And he's like, yo, Gem, what up? He gives me dab, and we're chopping it up. And I'm like, oh, hey, I'm with Comic Tom. Like, we do videos together and stuff. And he looks at Tom, and he goes, what's going on? He snubbed him again right in front of me. So for whatever reason, Ed Piskor did not like Comic Tom. But I always thought that was funny. But, man, I really regret not reaching out to him afterwards, and like I'm sure we could have did some more type of collaborative stuff, being that we had a lot of similar interests with music, with comic books, with whatever. Huge blow to the community. I want to say that was the first big blow of this year. And then even more recently, we had TiVo from Lords of the Long Box. Now, I got my start in this comic book community on Instagram, and I always looked at TiVo as coming from that same area, like an Instagram guy that started a YouTube channel. And early on in my YouTube career, I would join his show, the Lords of the Long Box, and we would talk about speculation. He always had this theory that there was this cabal of people who knew what was about to come out in movies and in TV shows, and they would invest into those keys, and that's why you always saw them take off and blow up right as, or if not before, those leaks would come out. So he was big into the speculating market. And what's funny about TiVo is that, well, it's not funny, but he lost his channel at one point. I guess he got some type of copyright strike or what have you. And he was coming onto my channel. He came onto Tom's channel to kind of promote, hey, can you resubscribe? They, took my channel down. And he came onto my channel, and we're doing the 30,000 subscriber giveaway video. And he had a breaking scoop. That was his whole big thing, the scoops. And his scoop was that the next big story arc for the MCU was going to be Secret Wars. And it looks like, it's not out yet, but it looks like that was an accurate arc. I know he had contacts with Mikey Sutton, another comic book guy that we lost, I want to say a little whiles back, though. I'm pretty sure it was before this year. But recently lost TiVo, and this was a guy that was a big community guy, and he was always putting people on. He had no problem bringing me onto his show and just other people that he would showcase. And unfortunately, me and him, we had kind of a falling out, and I haven't spoke to him in a few years. But his passing was like, whoa, you just don't expect it. These guys were not old guys. He was a little bit older than me, but TiVo passed away suddenly from a heart attack, and it was just like, whoa, this guy that you used to do content with, that you knew on a personal level, is gone. And then we got Benny, the Comicstorian, the largest comic book YouTuber ever. I think he just crossed over 3 million subscribers, and he's touched so many lives. The outpour of love that you're seeing for him online, whether it's on Twitter or the news. I seen him New York Post, TMZ, man, and everybody's sharing stories about Benny. So I was fortunate enough to have interacted. I knew Benny. I met him in person, and we did some content together. He didn't like me at first. I don't really want to get into the specifics, but he didn't really want to mess with me because of something that I want to get into. And then later on, we ended up I don't remember what initiated it, how we started talking. What's funny is he didn't like me for something that he also did at one time too, which was kind of funny. But anyway, he ended up coming on to our live shows to discuss the MCU episodes. I think we did Loki. I don't remember how early he jumped on, if it was WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier, because he ended up doing stuff with me and doing stuff over with Very Gary as well. And I did a couple, I want to say 1 or 2 episodes on his Absolutely Marvel and DC. And that's the thing with Benny, man. This guy had a million ideas, and he really had to scratch the itch on all of them. He had multiple channels, all the content he was trying to do while still trying to balance the YouTube algorithm. And the thing that I'll always remember about Benny is that I remember saying to him one time, I think before one of those live episodes, and I was like, man, I'm kind of thinking, should I be starting separate channels too? Should I start a GemMint Comics where I only review comics, and I have GemMint Gaming where I only do gaming stuff? Because that seemed to be where a lot of these channels were going at the time. And Benny looked at me and said, bro, your channel is about you. Your channel is about you and the shit you think is cool and the things that you collect. And that like hit me right in the chest. I'm like, damn, that's true, man. It's GemMint Collectibles. It's all the things that I love and I like to share with people. And that always stuck with me. Like, he even said to me, I think at one time, he was envious that I could kind of just do whatever I wanted on my channel and just have fun with it and not have to really worry about algorithms and this and that. And that really stuck with me. Your channel is about you. Huge losses this year in 2024. People that I met personally, some I was closer with and worked more with than others, but they touched not only myself, but many of you guys who watch their content on there. And I guess I just want to say, as I turn 40 years old, you know, the life lessons you learn, you know, while you're here, while your friends are here, you don't want to take it for granted, man. These were young guys. I mean, Benny was 40 years old, like how I just turned. Ed Piskor was in his, you know, early 40s too, and you just never know, you know, when somebody's gonna go, man. So don't take it for granted. You know, give someone a call if you haven't spoke to him in a while. And I appreciate you guys checking out this channel. I mean, what a huge blow. That's 3 channels right there that cover the hobby that we love, that, you know, we're not really sure where they're gonna go next. So, man, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all the birthday wishes that I've already gotten on Facebook and Instagram, man. All my Singapore people who hit me up yesterday, because you guys are in the future. I really appreciate it, and it means a lot. And thank you guys for checking it out, man. Peace.